everyone, Dirk at DPG Off-Road, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit today about a wheel. There are gobs of wheels on the market, all sorts of sizes, and aluminum or steel and beadlock and non-beadlock, but this new wheel from Dirty Life, as soon as I saw it, I just fell in love with these wheels. So I want to talk to you a minute about these. We have these available at dpgoffroad.com in the wheel section. But Dirty Life has this new wheel out. It's their DT1 Dual Tech wheel. And I really like these. These are available in either matte black, matte gold, or matte gunmetal, which is like a gunmetal gray, in 17 or 20 inch sizes. I kind of favor the 17s for most of our applications. But great looking wheel. This is a higher end premium wheel, but for you guys that are looking for some 17 or 20 inch wheels for your JK or any wheel, they're in multiple bolt patterns, backspacing, offsets, and colors. Most any of your four-wheel drive vehicles we're going to have a wheel for this. But a couple of features I want to point out. The wheel comes in a simulated beadlock, which has a really beefy rash ring on it. It's a non-beadlock form, but if you run that ring up against rocks or whatever, it's going to offer some really serious protection for the rim. But it also, if you want, you can upgrade to the full or true beadlock in the same wheel. So with the tire on the inside of the wheel, it's a standard wheel. Or you can also opt to go for the alloy full beadlock rings and the high-grade hardware provided by Dirty Life. So you've got a nice alloy actual beadlock ring. You can see it's knurled on the back where it sets against the tire. Very nice stuff. So that's why they call it the Dual Tech wheel. So basically out of the same wheel you can have a simulated beadlock with a rash ring or a full true beadlock if you want to spend a little more and upgrade it for an actual beadlock wheel. A couple of things I'll point out when you're wheel shopping, a couple of things that are important to me is in a wheel design is one, I'm looking for an open design. Some wheels out there, especially some of the older ones that you can't see through or have smaller holes, if it's all about style, that's one thing, but when you go off-road, or if you're like me, I live out in the country on a dirt road, if you go through any mud, the opposite tire will splash mud inside your rim on the opposite side. And if it's not a good open design, it's hard to spray that out and clean it out. And if you get mud stuck back in your wheel, you're going to have balancing issues, which are already an issue on a bigger, harder to balance tire. So I like that it's got a more open spoke design that I can spray out better. Another thing I like, and you probably can't see it in this camera view, is the valve stem placement on this wheel. I've seen many wheels where the valve stem is cut here and sticking out, and you could actually snag the valve stem on the trail and knock it off. So when I'm looking for a wheel, that's one of the standards, is I want my valve stem tucked back in, and again, you can't see it, but that's tucked way back up in there. You're not going to snag that up on the trail. And then one of the other things, again, kind of a personal thing to me, is I like a center cap that's not too big or bulky that's going to get knocked off, and or one that's going to trap a lot of dirt in it. You go to the car wash, wash your wheel, drive out, and mud runs out of your center cap. So I like all that about these wheels, but the matte gold, personally, a lot of people have a hard time warming up to it by the way it sounds. Gold doesn't seem to sound like a color they like, but I'll tell you, that gold wheel will work with almost anything, whether it's red, white, dark green, black Jeeps. The gold is really a nice gold, not a gaudy looking gold, but just a gorgeous wheel that I just want to take a minute and tell you guys about today. Some of my favorite wheels that we have today are these wheels from Dirty Life. Check out the website, dpgoffroad.com, in the wheel section. We've also got wheels from Mayhem and Ion Alloy. There's probably something there that you like if you're looking for some new wheels for your Jeep or your 4x4. Check it out at a website. We've probably got what you're looking for. It's important to remember when you're selecting wheels for your vehicle, though, that the back spacing is right. Of course, the bolt pattern has to be right or it won't mount to the vehicle, but the back spacing has to be right as well. And when we go with a taller tire, we want to change the back spacing from factory and move that out, give us a wider stance. so that one, if the Jeep's lifted and the tires are taller, we've got a wider stance to offset that higher center of gravity. And also the wider stance, at some point on a lot of vehicles, when you turn that tire, it's going to want to reach back there and rub. So we want to move that out as the tires get bigger for full lock-to-lock steering clearance. And last but not least, that wider stance just looks good on these vehicles anyway. So if you have any questions about fitment on your vehicle or a certain wheel that you're interested in, just give us a call at DPG Off-Road. We'll be glad to answer any questions that you have. So from Dirk at DPG Off-Road, thanks for watching. God bless America, and we'll see you next time.